Aquarius, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early June 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Aquarians out there. I hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends. Let's shuffle it up one time, see what we got for you this week. My guides and spirits here. What's up with Aquarius, please? And yeah, we're going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going. Let's rock. Let's see what we got for Aquarius, please. Quick. Very quick. Okay, so this is a big card of communication, but also a card that's looking a little bit into the past, looking behind them for whatever reason. So we have a lot of interesting things to look at and pull apart with this card, and we'll go through the symbolism in a moment. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the June subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about it. We see this lovely lady here. She's wearing that awesome purple dress. She has a really cool hat. She is looking behind her, holding that letter. There's also birds, a lot of symbols of communication, speaking, and talking, which could be very prevalent in this time. Whether it's talks that you want to have, people that want to talk to you. Having a truthful, honest one with people could be important as well. But notice she is looking back into her past. So for a portion of you, this could represent people, places, or things from the past circling back around, or you might just be thinking about the past more than normal. Your mind could be bringing you to different places that you've already been. But the big thing with this card is that open, honest communication and dialogue, whether you want to have it or whether someone wants to have it with you. Interesting. So we're going to put this card down right here. Okay. And I always say the first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. We're going to get you into tarot now, Aquarius. Let's get 3 in the upright before we get the intuitive juiciness flowing. Shuffle it up here one time for my lovely Aquarians. Early June, please, and thank you, my guides. So, last week's reading was titled A Powerful Change, and it did feel like change for the better. And I'll be honest with you, Aquarius, it seems like in recent weeks there's been a lot of challenges or challenging energies coming at the Aquarius collective. So hopefully you haven't been going through too much of a tough one. But in last week's reading, I did see the winds of change moving in a positive direction. And I've been seeing it for the other air signs as well. So we're going to hope to keep it optimistic. We're going to keep it light and polite. Let's get you 3 cards out here. As you know, energy is always flowing. It's never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're connected to. All right, let's get you 3 cards. What do we got for Aquarius, please? 3 cards to start. Okay, we got the Ace of Cups. Very good. That's a good way to start. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Can't get too ahead of ourselves just yet, Aquarius. But the Ace of Cups is a beautiful, beautiful energy, generally. Let's get 2 more. And we'll really start to, okay. So we have a card that could represent you. These 2 cards came out together, so I find this very intriguing, my friends. We got the Queen of Swords, but at the same time, we also got the 5 of Cups here. So what is this interesting dichotomy we got going on, my friends? We're going to have to talk about this. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes before we get that intuitive juiciness rolling. Now, if you kindly look here in the box, at first glance, I'll just tell you what I'm seeing and feeling initially. We have a lot of water here, right? And I've been seeing that for a lot of the signs this week too. Very water-heavy type of readings for most of the zodiac with the Ace of Cups, the 5 of Cups. These are emotions, but these are on different ends of the spectrum, right? This one is much more happy and fulfilled. This one is sad, River of Tears, with the Queen of Swords in the middle. That's a card that could be you. So we might be working with very interesting dynamics here, Aquarius, or something that could go really, really good, or it could go off the rails, depending. Let's see what's up. One by one. Position number 1, the Ace of Cups. We're starting with a beauty. All aces are opportunities. When we see the Ace of Cups, this is an opportunity or a chance for emotional fulfillment. When we see this card, the clarifier could tell us a way you might be feeling emotionally, or an emotion that could be ruling over you in the coming days and weeks. This, to me, is a very good card. It's very promising and prosperous for romance, love, our personal relationships. I love the Ace of Cups. And it could be some sort of good opportunity coming your way, or feel good type of warm and fuzzies, right? So I really like this Ace of Cups to start us off. But it's interesting as we press forward because we're getting differences. There's a lot of differences in all these cards. Whereas this one's warm and fuzzy, this one is very stern, strict, no nonsense. In the center, we have the Queen of Swords. Now, in my simplistic style of reading, since Aquarius is an air sign, and people argue with me on that one sometimes, but Aquarius is an air sign. This could represent a way you might be like feeling when we clarify it. So notice how we're focusing around emotions and feelings so far. Some of the archetypes, if this isn't representing you, it doesn't matter if you're male, female, or anything in between, or another air sign, the Queen of Swords is very straightforward, honest, no nonsense, no BS, right? This could represent an air of seriousness with things you're going through, whether it's situations, issues, like she's looking at things and she's trying to cut the emotion out. That's why it's interesting, like with her being surrounded by all these emotions, she likes to look at things logically. This card could represent planning. This could represent strategy as well. But when I see her, I think of someone who has no games. You don't want to mess with the Queen of Swords. So maybe this is an energy you're stepping into. On her extreme ends, she could be someone that could be a little cruel sometimes. But when I see her, I do think of just honesty and someone just seeing things for what they are, right? There's no games with her, okay? So it could also represent someone putting an end to certain games as well. But moving to the very back end, we have the Five of Cups, the River of Tears card. A lot of readers call it that. And you see why. You see this person, they're dressed in all black. They look like they're chilling in the emo scene. And they're crying over those spilled cups. They don't see the two cups that are standing behind them, but this is a person that's just like really upset and gloomy. Now, I do say that this could represent anything on a spectrum. It could be very minor, like having a gloomy day, or this could be major depression, sadness, heartbreak, pain, so on and so forth. So you kind of see what I'm mentioning here, where like on one end we have like sadness, pain, struggle. This side we have good, positive, overflowing emotional fulfillment, and then the Queen in the center that's just like trying to cut all of it away. So we're going to really want to see what's up here. Emotions are at play, but I really need to dive deeper on this Aquarius. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my Aquarians, please. Let's reset this deck. What's going on for my friends? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. What's going on that Ace of Cups? And if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Aquarius, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Ace of Cups time. What is that Ace of Cups here? Thank you. All right, King of Wands in reverse. If you're connected to a fire sign, this could be them like losing their cool a little bit. This could also represent some sort of emotional explosion or an emotional eruption of some sort that either you or someone around you is dealing with. And I could absolutely see that for a lot of Aquarians. Like this could be you, and this could be like people around you losing their damn minds. Okay, but usually the King of Wands, when I see him, yes, it's entrepreneurial. Yes, it's fire sign energy. But aside from that, this is someone that controls. Remember, kings represent control of their respective suit. The King of Wands controls their fire, controls their blaze, that inner burn within them. When I see it in reverse, this is someone that has kind of lost control. Okay, so whether it is an emotional explosion or eruption, or just someone who has lost their damn mind or lost control in some sort of way, like that's just what I'm picking up here, like someone who lacks self-control in some sort of way. This could also be someone that self-sabotages as well. So watch out for those. Like this could be a warning. And I don't necessarily feel like this is you. Okay, like yeah, there still could be good positive energy here, but the intuitive message here is like this is someone like losing control in some sort of way. So do with that what you will. I don't feel like it ruins the reading. Okay, you might be the voice of reason in whatever it is you're going through as well. Just keep that in mind. We're going to keep pressing forward. I'm not going to get too hung up here. Some of you could just be a salty fire sign. That's it. Doesn't have to be anything too crazy, right? So let's see what's going on with this Queen of Swords. Why is the Queen here? The Queen is doing queen things. We got people showing up. Yeah, Lovers in reverse underneath this Queen of Swords. This could represent a whole Gemini showing right up here in the center. We are in Gemini season at this time as well. So intuitively, I'm picking up a couple of initial messages here with the Lovers in reverse. One, since we are in Gemini season with the Lovers in reverse, a lot of you could really be trying to like control all the situations around you. Like, I would say this, don't take on too much of other people's stuff in this time. Don't take on too much of other people's situations. You might feel like you need to help people or sort this out, sort that out. Don't take too much onto yourself, right? Like, I'm getting that self-sacrifice. Don't sacrifice your happiness for that of everyone around you in the season of Gemini. That's for one. Another portion of you, when I see the Lovers in reverse, this doesn't always have to represent romance. For some of you, you might be going through romantic issues. Okay, for sure, you might be having issues with a soul connection. But when this card shows up, it could be friends, family, anyone. So once again, I feel like for a lot of Aquarius people, or part of the Aquarius collective, like a lot of the people around you could be extremely volatile in this time. Whereas like in recent weeks, I feel like a lot of the readings have been like focusing around a lot of you, what you might be going through, what you might be feeling. I feel like this one is like the people you're connected to more than yourself. Like, you might be the stabilizing force in this time, like for those around you, or you might just feel like everyone's losing their damn mind. We're going to move over to the Five of Cups. You might just have to watch out, watch the company you keep, or lay low, right? You might be going into hermit mode for whatever reason. But let's see what's up with the Five of Cups. I'm still getting this like someone either self-sabotaging or that emotional eruption or explosion. That's just what I'm feeling. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah. Did I literally just say you might be going into hermit mode, my friends? What card do you think just flew out of my hand? Bang. The Hermit right underneath this Five of Cups. Like, tarot always like baffles me. Like, it really does. Now, for some of you, this could just represent a Virgo you're connected to that's going through a really tough time. But like I said, if there's so much going on around you, everyone's this, or like just people are doing the damn most, they're doing too much, you might have to pull yourself into hermit mode before you go Five of Cups, right? Like, don't let other people's stress like really influence you too much. You might need to withdraw or pull back, whether you're withdrawing from someone you're very closely connected to. A lot of Aquarians might be taking a step back or going into hermit mode. Now, these could be different people on these ends. Like, whereas this one could be very volatile, this could be a person like stepping back. They need to take a breath and need to take a break. This could be two people where one person where like this person lost their cool, they lost their mind, issues, and then now they're embarrassed for whatever reason and they take a step back. This is a very interesting, layered, dynamic reading this week. But I will say this, Hermit, this person, whatever they're feeling here on the back end, they're not expressing it. Okay, whether this could be someone who overly expresses what they're feeling, this one on the back end is not. And for some of you, you might just be like, all right, this is too much. Like, I need to really take a step back here. Okay, so a lot of emotional volatility here. And like I said, Aquarius, I don't feel like it's all coming from you. I feel like this is like the world around. So let's go through and do a quick little recap here. Very interesting reading this week. If you kindly look in the box, yeah, there was interesting good things as well, but let's just go through. Position number one, we have the Ace of Cups with the King of Wands in reverse. You might have a salty or disgruntled fire sign. If not a fire sign, this did feel like someone losing control of their emotions or having an emotional eruption or explosion of some sort. Like, just somebody like really doing the damn most. That's what this felt like right here on the front end. It was giving me other little things too. You could rewind back if you want to hear me talk through it. But moving to the center, we have it mainly felt like an emotional eruption or explosion. In the center, we have the Queen of Swords with the Lovers in reverse. So like I said, in the time of Gemini, which we're in right now, you might be really stepping into this Queen of Swords mode. Like, all right, this person's doing too much. They're doing too much. You might be the rock in whatever situations you're going through, where like everyone around you might seem a little chaotic. That's a big feeling. Might be going through romantic issues or just some very close soul connection. On the back end, we have the Five of Cups with the Hermit. I told you all the different ways that could fit into the whole scheme of this reading, whether it's you saying like, yeah, I need to take a step back here. Like, there's too much going on. For a portion of you, like maybe this is someone retreating or pulling back, that either they're feeling too bad or embarrassed, but they're not speaking. on the back end. So where we have one person saying too much, this person not saying nothing at all. So there's a lot going on here. Yes, the energy is a little disjointed and chaotic as well, but I feel like for the most part, a lot of Aquarians are holding it down. Like the crazy energy isn't you. What's going on in the shadows? Please take a screenshot of this if you want to look into it further. I mean, we got air signs, we got fire signs, we got Gemini, we got Virgo. We have a few different signs here, but let's see what's showing up in the shadows. What's in the shadows for Aquarius? And yes, my friends, I like to pull this card at the end of every reading. I feel like it's a nice little cherry on top. So once again, only take this if it hits for you. Whether it's a shadow within yourself or something you don't quite see just yet. Let's see what's in the shadows for Aquarius. Thank you. And there it is, the King of Wands. So like I said, like keeping control of the situation. Just know whatever it is that's going on around you, even if it's things that you're personally very closely involved with, know that you can't control everything and you can't control how people act and react. Like that's not your responsibility. Once again, fire sign energy showing up here in the shadows. Someone who is lacking control of the way they act, what they do, like people like coming outside of themselves is a big thing with the King of Wands. Because remember, we're looking at the shadow side. What is the shadow side? The same thing that we saw in the reading itself. We had the King of Wands in reverse, the shadow side. So it's showing up double here for the Aquarians in this time. Just know that, yeah, there's certain things you can control. You can control how you react to things, but you can't control what other people do. Right? You can't control how other people act, whether they're self-sabotaging or whether they're just like out there doing the damn most, okay? This could be spirit asking you not to waste your time on things as well, okay? So take from that what you will. Aquarius, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the June subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the May subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced in my community tab after this week's fire and air readings. But for the month of June, I'll be giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Everyday Witches Tarot. It's one of my favorite decks out there. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the cards in this week's reading, which one explains how you're feeling currently right now. Which one are you vibing with? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you next time.